One time my brother told me that real G's move in silence like lasagna, right? And hearing that, I couldn't help but just knock how funny and how stupid that was to me, right? But that quote is actually by Lil Wayne, right? And what it pretty much means is whatever your truest goals are to yourself, being hush hush about them will produce the best results, right? And you can look it up. Studies show that sharing your goals isn't always the smartest thing to do because it can backfire, and using that vocalization of it will just drain the energy you have towards wanting to accomplish that goal or killing that motivation. The reason why is because not everyone can help you in terms of just vocalizing it, right? It might motivate you and push you, right? And that makes sense why we would say them and speak them, but not everyone is going to find what you want to do encouraging or have no clue or any relation towards it. So sharing it with them may not always give you granted the best feedback or approval, right? And then seeking for that approval won't always help you. And that feedback loop or that feedback at all can speak to you unconsciously and you won't even realize it, right? Even if their intentions are not to, are not to demotivate you at all, right? So when it comes to accomplishing our goals in life, we need to learn. Got a lot of wind going on in here, but we need to learn that silence with the action and the results we're going to get will just speak louder than what our words will want us to say, or what we want to say, right? Because don't mind the wind, y'all, don't mind the wind. But anyways, so staying silent, the reason why it would help us move forward is we can figure out who we actually could telegraph what our goals are, learn the advice or learn what we want that's conducive, and getting your own experience, right? Or just taking action will just ingrain it and get you in a better feedback loop, get you in a better motion of movement of towards progression on your goals, right? So we got all these things these days on YouTube and social media, right? And people just want to all the time just want to ask what you're up to or keep up with the Jones, right? And that isn't always helpful because you can end up losing time and energy towards that stuff and then losing what you saw sight of or what you wanted to accomplish, right? No matter where you are, right? Whether you're close to the finish line or not. So, just give that some thought and realize that we don't always need to share everything, for the fact that not only is everyone trying to keep tabs, right? Or it seems like everyone's trying to keep tabs or not. There's also the fact that, sorry, I lost my thoughts here. There's also for the fact that these days everyone's always explaining themselves and giving unneeded context. And that unneeded context can swift us away, right? And just mess with how our emotions emotional part of our mind or the subconscious part of our mind, and not really put us forward or put us in a conducive motion. And that's another thing to realize, is that literally everyone is always explaining themselves wherever you are these days, right? Whether you're at work or listening to something on the radio or watching a YouTube video, right? So that doesn't help that everyone's just always giving unneeded context to what they do. You shouldn't have to do that. You should be able to do what you want to do within your goals as long as it's not hurting yourself or others, right? And you should do things that are conducive, but we won't always know that. But the most conducive thing we can do at the starting point is just taking that action and furthering it for what reinforces that goals and what brings more action, right? So we need to learn that silence is sometimes our best friend and what we need to have in order to move forward in life. Because it doesn't matter whether it doesn't fall in line with your inner circle, right? Like your friends, families, or coworkers. If you want to do something that's really going to help you or something that you're interested in, it just helps to just go do it, make the progress, and share about it when you're on a certain level on that, right? So think about it just all the time. Let's say you wanted to be a DJ, right? But you have no knowledge, of how to make music, you have no knowledge on how to use music software, and you have no idea or no knowledge about music theory, right? And you're telling people, I want to, be a DJ and I want to make it big here and there. I'm going to be honest, it's totally possible. You can do it. But the first step would be just to not tell everybody about it. Only tell those that will help you move forward, or don't tell anybody at all. Take action, look up, do some research, put that time into making that music and being a DJ. Then tell people about it, putting yourself out there and networking and finding ways that you can these days to perform and share your music, right? Instead of just sitting there telling people all the time, because you're going to be explaining yourself, and then there's going to be the people that want to keep tabs, and there's just the reinforcement of just keeping up with the Jones and wondering why that's important. So that's the end of that example, and I really hope it's straightforward, guys. This is something that I think a lot of people are missing that really could help. That moving in silence is the loudest thing we can do. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. The song of the day will be Just Forget by Force of Nature. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm going to have a lot more content to come. This is just the beginning and stuff like that. So I hope you guys will stick around and see what I have in store. Anyways, I really appreciate you guys watching. And I want you guys to have a wonderful day.